Okay, here's the quad I've been working on. Currently, I'm struggling getting the video transmitter to be able to change with the smart audio. Of course, you can change the transmitter by pushing the button, but to get it to change through your transmitter, I've been unsuccessful so far at figuring out how to do this. This is a Mach 2 transmitter going into a Joshua Bardwell F4 AIO flight controller. I've got the smart port audio. Zoom in here. Got the smart port audio plugged into the audio and going into transmitter 4 UART. Up on the screen, I've got all the endpoints adjusted. The centers are all at 1500. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Centers are at 1500. All of them will go up to about 2000. Yeah, let's get into the endpoint. That one looks like it went over again. I've been adjusting these things regularly and they don't ever seem to stay where I put them. It's getting to be very frustrating. Let's see, I need to get into rudder. So get this one down to around 2000. I can't get quite 2000. It looks like it's going to go to 2001. Ailerons going up to 2000, going down to just under 1000. I can't get that one at 1000. This one's going to 2001. This is elevator. And it's going to 1001. I can't get it to get right on 1000. And then, of course, throttle is going from just under 1000 to right about 2000. I've adjusted the centers under sub trim frequently, and it just does not continuously hold. Holds pretty close, but as you can see, I don't know if you can see it through the camera or not, it does fluctuate ever so slightly, which does affect the little quad in the screen below. So I'll try going back into sub trim and trim that up again one more 400th time. I am using a Futaba transmitter. This whole setup is for a friend of mine who is dying of cancer. So this is his radio and a quad that I have built up for him under his radio system. He's got a Futaba T10J running on a Futaba receiver underneath the quad. And so what I'm getting is this issue here when I get into the video transmitter. Showing you his goggles that we've purchased for him. These are the Genesis Fat Shark goggles. Kind of zoom in. It's a dual image, so it may not come in overly clearly. But when you do the rudder, I can't get the rudder and the elevator, so go full left rudder, full up elevator, and it will not go into video transmitter at all. If we get back into the computer program, I'll show you what I've set up in here. So up in the computer under ports, I've got over here the smart audio is on UART 4, which according to the mapping of the flight controller is the TX4, which is what I've got. I went down into the OSD and I've got various OSD settings. That's the one I want. Let's see, let's go into modes. I've got the right mode set up. Receiver, which is where we're at, and in configuration I've got the OSD turned on. OSD is on. So at this point, I'm literally at a loss for why I can't get this thing to function. And with the video transmitter at this location where you can't reach the button clearly because of the way the battery board is without drilling holes, you have to unscrew the battery board in order to change the video transmitter, and the video transmitter, every time you unplug it, automatically just sets back to the faults, which isn't going to be good for him because he's not very suave when it comes to setting up stuff, and to have to give him ongoing phone calls of unscrew the battery board, flip it over, hold the button so many seconds to change frequency, hold the button so many seconds to change power setting, that's not going to work for him. So I really need to have the smart audio feature working, and or get this video transmitter to stop setting back to the defaults after I get it set. So any help would be great. Thanks.